Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be reviewing this beautiful jewelry box from the Walt Disney Classics Collection. So right now to you guys, this box seems a little bit, I'm not saying plain, but definitely a bit boring. There isn't much happening around here, besides a beautiful ornate jewelry box that seemed to be derived from the medieval era, perhaps. But some of you WDCC fans probably know what's on the inside of this seemingly ordinary box. But first of all, I'm just gonna take you through the outside part of this box, and there's a little bit of a surprise for you later on the later part of this video. So let's get started right here. So first of all, this box is modeled, of course, after the medieval era. As you can see, you have all this very Gothic sort of like art design on it. There's this fleur-de-lis all over. It's very sharp and very definitely very, very decorative. And I don't know what's the word of it, but it's just very, very over the top and very, very well done. Every single inch of this jewelry box is well detailed, which is something that the medieval era craftsman tends to do. And I'm just gonna move this all the way to the back, and you can see a little bit of the same. So there's a bit of some um, precious stones that's placed at the bottom right there to add a little bit of uh, an authentic feel, I suppose, to a real medieval jewelry box. So some of you have probably been waiting, but I'm just gonna show it to you right now. So this jewelry box is actually the authentic recreated prop from Sleeping Beauty, because as you know, Sleeping Beauty is taken during the medieval period, and this jewelry box is the setting of a very special scene. And as I open it right now, you can see the tiny little three fairies having their very secretive meeting in this jewelry box. So if you remember the scene from Sleeping Beauty at the beginning of the film, after King Stefan has burned all the spinning wheel, the fairies are trying to sort of like plot a plan to hide Princess Aurora. And they shrunk themselves, and they sort of like locked themselves in this tiny little jewelry box where they have their secret meeting. And of course, this is that scene. And if you're a huge fan of Sleeping Beauty, you'll probably remember that all the details from the film. And as you can see, it's all lovingly recreated in this very, in my opinion, one of the best Walt Disney Classics Collection has ever made. Usually Walt Disney, the WDCC doesn't really make much prop items, but this, in my opinion, I have no idea what caused them to have the idea to make this entire scene in this whole prop type of design, because usually WDCC will probably just make this part alone, where the three fairies are having their conference. But to make them miniaturized and to have an entire jewelry box encasing them, I feel like that's a very original idea. And I'm so glad they managed to choose this scene and portray it in this particular way. So as you can see, you have Flora right there. You have Merryweather, who is actually, I believe, at one point in the scene where she was pretty frustrated, she was seated at the top of this tiny little goblet or something like that. And of course, Fauna in the back, sort of like just watching the entire argument taking place. But yeah, it's all the tiny little details. On the back right here, you can see the sort of like the embossed gold on the curtains. And you can see a little bit on the shadow up there. There's a tiny little bow on the top there, so that's very cute. And all this sort of like very medieval crest, the lion and everything, sort of like knights and chivalry, and all the details that that Eyvind Earle put into the original background is all beautifully recreated right here. So this piece, if some of you are aware, is very, very hard to find. You know, I don't think anyone ever sells this on eBay or on any of the secondary market. And since I started on the WDCC collecting game late, all of the pieces that I collect now has to be obtained through the secondary markets such as eBay or Mercari or something like that. But this piece is never ever listed, and I think I saw it listed a long time ago, but then that was it. You know, it was only like one listing in the whole like probably 2 or 3 years I've been collecting WDCC. So as you can see, this piece is extremely rare. I have, you know, so I am over the moon when I just found out that this seller is like just casually mentioning this piece in our conversation. And then I was like, yeah, sure, can I buy that piece? And she said, yeah, you can have it, you know, for a good price. So I was like, yeah, I was really over the moon to be able to obtain this piece right now. And this piece will surely be a part of one of my most treasured WDCC collection. And since Sleeping Beauty is really one of my favorite Disney movies, not for the storyline, but for the visual alone. And this piece just encapsulates that whole visual command that Walt is trying to communicate to the audience with this film. And I believe its limited edition of I forgot, it's 1,000 or something like that, but I got a pretty low number, which is, you know, it's pretty exciting, you know, to be able to get a low number. It's always a good treat in itself. So that's a good plus in itself. But yeah, but overall this piece, man, it's something that I could just watch all day and just admire all the tiny little details, all this sort of like Gothic spires and stuff like that. I mean, you could literally put this amongst other artifacts in the medieval section of a museum, and people wouldn't notice if you close the door, of course. You know, if they see all those three fairies, they'd probably be like, why would a Disney character be in a sort of like a Gothic antique? But that's how, in my opinion, how authentic the Disney artists try to recreate the Gothic design, and of course the original prop design from the film itself. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for my review for this beautiful WDCC statue. So I really hope you guys enjoy this review, and please like, comment, and subscribe, and please tell me more of your collection stories down in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day. Bye.